Hello guys, and welcome to the first episode of MVG TV Reviews. This week it's movie time. So, as I'm going to give you a little introduction to this channel, it's reviews of movies, the M, video games, the VG, and television shows, the TV. So, I have my own little interesting rating system. Other than just the 1 out of every so often out of 10, I'm also going to have a little setup of, in comparison to other movies. Now, I have to set up which other movies it's going to be compared to first, which is going to be the first movies I review. So it's going to be one excellent movie, my favorite movie, a movie I was okay with, and a movie I really couldn't stand. And those will be the movies I compare everything to for my special rating system. I'll do the same thing with games and the same thing with TV shows, so let's get started. This week, The Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. So, this is going to be one of those on the list of movies, my favorite, my least favorite, or my okay with movie, and I'll tell you which one at the end. But so, if you haven't seen this movie, it has the cast of Tim Robbins as a prisoner named Andy, Morgan Freeman as a man named Red, Bob Gunton as the warden, William Sadler as one of their friends in the prison, and then a few others who are also prisoners and or guards. Then the plot is that Andy, man played by Tim Robbins, is wrongly imprisoned, or according to he says, and is sent to Shawshank prison and forced to live out a life sentence there. The movie's pretty interesting. You get to see some of the different things that happen to Andy, and, well, you have to take it. So the critics on this movie gave it a 9.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It's also the number 1 on IMDb's Top 250, and 90% on Rotten Tomatoes. So, I think you're seeing which one of these movies it is. So my thoughts, the movie's excellent. It's got great acting. You've got a lot of charisma between Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. You see a lot of the character development, great story, heavily focused on story, and in my opinion, probably one of the best movies ever made, in a lot of people's opinion apparently. But the movie is great. You get to see his trials, all the issues he goes through with, his friends who get released and what happens to him, and you get to see what happens later. I can't spoil it, just if you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to spoil it no matter what. I'm going to try to keep that as a common thing. So my rating, a 9.8 out of 10. Now, so you're going to question why I gave it a 9.8. There are some scenes that are a little bit stupid and have some sketchy acting. It's still pretty good. But other than that, I really don't want to give it a 10 out of 10 because they just make it look too good. So here's my special rating system. You've probably all guessed which one will be. So the reason this one really isn't all that in depth and will probably be a really short review is because it's all meant to bring up my rating system. And that's the only reason this is even doing anything right now, is because it's setting it up. So my first few reviews on movies and games will be very short, very sweet and to the point, and on TV shows they'll be a little bit longer because there's a little bit more to talk about. This movie's runtime is about 2.5 hours if you ever want to watch it. It's a great movie, I definitely recommend it, and I guess I will see you all later.